Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the final plan with me of 2023. I cannot believe that my channel is going to be a year old very soon. I have uploaded a plan with me every single month and I am just so incredibly grateful for all of the support that I've gotten over these past 12 months. And I'm also really proud of myself too for committing, because I knew it was something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but it's easier said than done when you have to commit to uploading every single month and set time aside to film, edit. Nonetheless, I am so excited for the year to come. Next year's bullet journal is going to be so much fun, and I hope you will stick around for that. So, with the exception of spooky season, I normally don't cater my bullet journal themes to align with whatever the season or month is at the time. However, I think because I live in a place where it never feels like winter, I want to try to channel as much of the cozy holiday vibes as I can through my journal. So December's setup is very much a cozy Christmas kind of vibe. I end up using a lot of like wintry forest photos. I do some snowflakes here and there. I try not to make it super Christmassy because I know not everyone celebrates Christmas, so I tend to lean more towards like the winter-esque aspect. I also end up using my cozy winter washi tape throughout this setup. This washi tape is currently available in my shop, and I feel like I really only get to use it during this time of year. So I'm glad that it's, you know, getting its time in the spotlight, even if it's just for a month. Speaking of my shop, I have added a ton of new sticker sheets, journaling ephemera, and my 2024 calendar cards, which is probably my favorite product that I've ever released. It took about a month to completely design. It is inspired by my very collage-esque journaling style. So if you are in the market for a calendar for next year, feel free to check it out. Unfortunately, by the time this video goes live, my little Black Friday sale that I was having will have ended. So if you ordered during that time, thank you so much. I will definitely be spending the rest of this week packing orders, which is so incredibly therapeutic for me. I love it so much. So again, huge thank you to anyone who decided to order during the sale or who has ever ordered from my shop. You guys are the reason why I continue to do what I do, so thank you. Alrighty, as we move on to the part 2 of the December cover pages, I actually have a pretty huge announcement. This was meant to be an entirely separate video, but I accidentally deleted all of the footage. So this is just going to be the announcement video instead. My Patreon officially launches on December 1st. This video should go live before that date, so if you're watching anytime after December 1st, feel free to check out my Patreon. This has been definitely a long time coming for me. I have certainly had imposter syndrome during this entire process, with the very rational fear that no one would join. That fear is still very much prevalent because it is November 27th and I have 3 days until, no, 4 days. 4 days until the Patreon goes live. But this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while at this point, and I was just done waiting. I made a promise to myself a few months ago that I wanted the rest of 2023 to really just be about going for it, and I think I really want to continue that into 2024. I'm just tired of waiting for the perfect time because there never will be a perfect time to do anything. There's always going to be hiccups and obstacles that you can't control, and so I felt like I was finally ready to take that leap and work even more towards that goal of being a full-time artist one day. If you aren't super familiar with Patreon, essentially it's a monthly subscription service where you're able to engage with and support your favorite artists and creators. Generally, there are a few tiers that a creator will offer, and based on the tier that you decide to pledge for, determines what rewards you end up getting. So for instance, for me, I am offering 2 tiers to start off with because I did not want to overwhelm myself too much by offering more than what I could handle at the current time. I do have plans to offer 2 more tiers in the future, but as of launch, I will be having 2 tiers. My Patreon will of course be centered around bullet journaling, but I will have some little mix-ins of small business endeavors and artist shenanigans here and there. If you aren't really interested in hearing about the Patreon tiers, feel free to skip ahead in the video or mute if you still wanted to watch the current habit tracker come to life. But if you are interested, the 2 tiers I will be offering are called Pemberley and Thornfield Hall, and if these names sound familiar to you, they are very famous homes within the book world. Pemberley being the home of Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice, and Thornfield Hall being the home of Mr. Rochester in Jane Eyre. Both of these books have played a major role in who I am as an artist and as a person, so it was definitely fitting to have them as the names for my very first Patreon tiers. And yes, the other 2 tiers that I will eventually be offering have a similar naming inspiration, but I will leave those as a secret for now. I also know that it is a little strange to have the tiers named after books instead of something more journaling related, but I honestly spent so long just trying to think of names and nothing was really inspiring me, but for some reason Pemberley just kept coming back into my brain, so I just kind of ran with the famous homes from my favorite books naming generator. I'll now go ahead and insert an image that details the rewards that you will be getting depending on which tier you decide to pledge for. Again, there will be a lot of behind the scenes bullet journaling content, a lot of early access stuff as well, so you'll essentially get to know the theme for the month before the rest of the public does. And if you're in the Thornfield Hall tier, you will get access to a monthly podcast, which I've already recorded, and it was so much fun to do, I think because there was less pressure since there was like no visual aspect to it. So it was just kind of fun just to like talk about things that were going on, what's been on my mind recently. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing those podcasts every month. If you are in the Pemberley tier and above, you of course will get access to voting in polls, which is really exciting because you get to help me be less indecisive, especially when it comes to bullet journal themes that I'm struggling to come up with for the month, product ideas, stuff like that. Of course, if you are in the Thornfield Hall tier, you will get access to anything in the Pemberley tier as well. You can change your tier whenever you want. You can also cancel whenever you want. Patreon is essentially just an extra way to support your favorite artists and creators. And it's also a great way to kind of join a community that vibes and is interested in the same things you are. If you guys have any questions about my Patreon, the tiers, etc., feel free to ask me in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I also will be offering a little something extra to anyone who joins my Patreon in December. You will be receiving an exclusive die cut sticker in the mail, just as an extra thank you for being some of my first patrons. With all of that being said, my Patreon announcement portion of this video is almost over, and this video is... oh, no, this video is not almost over. I still have 2 more pages to do. So yes, December 1st, Patreon. Be there or don't be there, that's okay too. Thank you to those who decided to listen to that portion of the video. I will now let you enjoy the rest of whatever remains of this video, which I think is like 6 minutes, so here we go. For this setup, I decided to whip out my gold gel pen to doodle some snowflakes everywhere. This pen is by far my favorite gold gel pen. I think it is the Uniball Signo pen in gold? I could be wrong, but this pen has never steered me wrong. It looks incredible on white paper, black paper, photo paper, any kind, well, maybe not any kind of paper. It probably won't show up very well on gold metallic paper, but you know, you get the idea. This month's mood tracker will definitely look a little underwhelming until it's officially filled in, because I will be drawing snowflakes in a specific color depending on my mood for the day, so this page will definitely look boring for a while. Alrighty, moving on to the final page in my December plan with me. This will be a gifts tracker checklist page. Not really much to it. Kind of just needed something to keep track of the gifts that we've gotten for people or have yet to get for people. So including that in my December setup kind of made the most sense to me. Alrighty friends, here is the final flip through of my December plan with me, inspired by cozy winter. That's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed. This is the final plan with me of 2023, so this journal will very shortly be joining its predecessors on my journaling shelf. Stay tuned for my 2023 bullet journal flip through video, as well as my 2024 setup video, which will most definitely be a chunker of a video. If you are solely here for my plan with me's, I will see you in January. But until then, have an amazing rest of 2023, and I will see you in the next one, whatever that will be for you. Bye.